Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Sam. We hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 things that could happen in F1 now that Liberty has fully took over the job in F1. So the the top 10. So this is number 10, a London Grand Prix. Now a London Grand Prix has been mentioned numerous of times over the past years now, and it's something that should be considered. In a recent interview, actually, the Liberty boss guy is the one with the funny mustache, says that they do want major landmarks in the calendar, hence the reason a London Grand Prix is being mentioned at the moment, and obviously the good man that he is, he's wanting to add loads more races on the calendar, which should be interesting because for me, I absolutely love to go to see different landmarks. Like obviously the Las Vegas ones all done and dusted with contract talks, and they will be hosting a race in the future. But with London, it's going to be something else special. So that's my top 10. That's my 10th list option. The next one is 9. Number 9, the British Grand Prix. Now, the British Grand Prix, it's uncertain the future of it because the future of it is hanging on a thread. But recent reports are saying that, sticking with the British Grand Prix news, that they will try and keep a the Grand Prix in Great Britain, and it is in the heart of F1, as the Chase Carey says, the new owner, and yeah, it looks like it will still happen. Obviously, there's been reports that Silverstone will be scrapped after 2019, but fingers crossed we still have a Silverstone F1 race beyond that. Obviously, we had some Malaysia news earlier on, well, not really late on actually, in 2016 that they're gone, and Singapore looks set to go as well. So maybe two British Grand Prix is better than one. So that's number 9. Next one, number 8. Number 8, of course, number 8 is rule changes to make the future F1 more simpler. That is the aim from Mr. Ross Brawn, who has part is owning part of F1 where he can controls, he concentrates on what fans want, and I reckon that's a great vision for F1 because he says in a recent interview that he wants the F1 rules and regulations all to stay the same but a bit more simpler for future F1, and that is going to be something super for the future of F1 because when you get too much complications, fans don't understand, and eventually they just give up on the regulations, like what they really want to know about. And at the end of the day, they just think, oh, might as well just watch a couple of cars go around the circuit and see what happens. But yeah, so the rules and regulation changes coming into F1 now that Liberty Media is in the house and Brawn is with them. So that's number 8. Next one, number 7. Number 7. A chance for new teams to enter F1 and cheaper engines. So if they got cheaper engines, the F1 we want needs to have more teams because it's a bit bland at the moment. Obviously, we had Haas F1 returning, but Haas F1 did all they can, and they had a pretty successful first year. No, don't get me wrong, but we need some new teams, fresh, new, like this Audi in front of us now. Imagine if Audi went to F1. That'd be amazing. That would, and maybe Alfa Romeo, because Alfa Romeo, or how you spell that, say the last name, of course. Yeah, they've been in contact with a couple of people with Ferrari, saying that they would definitely be adding to F1. They want to have their own team in F1, and I reckon that's going to be awesome. Another Romero team, and yeah. So that's number 7, future F1. Hopefully that more cars and more teams turn up. And yeah, thank you. Next one is 6. Number 6 is that stupid bastard. Excuse me for my cursing, but yeah, I reckon the Halo device should be scrapped. F1 open wheel racing is the future. Get rid of Halo, Aeroscreen, full canopy. Just get rid of all that shit. We don't need it. This is F1. This is the motorsport of racing. This is the most dangerous motorsport of racing for a reason, because everyone wants to get that win, and they would crash doing so and get penalties and all sorts. So what I say matters. Get out of F1 head. Please. We don't want Halo. We don't want anything to do with that garbage of a machine added to F1 cars. Even Lewis actually said that this Halo device is the worst in F1's history, and that's saying something. So I'd just say, new owners, if you're listening, get rid of that Halo device, please. We don't want that Halo next season. We don't want that. No, get rid of that Halo and get rid of scrap all the plans for it and all that. Just get rid of it. If you are trying to implement something to stay safe and all that, just go full canopy. You've seen all the concepts on Google and all that. Just go full canopy. But yeah, I hope it stays open wheel racing for a long time to come. So what's that? So next one, top 5. Here we go. Number 5, the F1 races will be like a Super Bowl. Now, I live in Wales, and whoever lives in the UK or Wales or anywhere like that, just the whole UK, then you don't probably know about a Super Bowl. Super Bowl is massive. I don't know it myself, but the look of this picture looks massive, really spectacular, yeah, and yeah, Mr. Carey wants every F1 race to be like a Super Bowl, and obviously more races, so Super Bowl is gonna be incredible to see, witness, and just admire, because we never have an F1 event that has been like a Super Bowl, and plus, Kerry wants to make a whole week full of the F1 build-up race, so that should be entertaining, and one whole week for one race weekend. I doubt it'll be like a race weekend, it'll be like a week race event type thing. So yeah, that should be exciting, and I'm up for everything new and fresh and bigger and better. So let's move on to number 4. Number 4. A louder F1 will be returning. And the reason for my remark there, my out there option or out there suggestion or out there whatever, is that A couple of weeks ago, Bernie suggested in the media that F1 needs to go back to a louder F1 because the popularity has not been as great as it should be in recent years, and although it promises to be louder this 2017 season, I doubt it'll be as loud as we want it to be, like back in 2013, where you had the screaming noise, and I reckon that's all fans want really, is a louder F1, because if you get louder F1 you get equally a greater spectacle, and you get a great showing and sport and all sorts. So it's going to be a great season ahead this season, but I'm still looking forward to the future, see what new stuff they bring in and all that, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. So yep, that's number 4. Bring on number 3. Now I know what you're saying. It might seem like the worst guy in the world, but think really hard about this. This is a 50-50 thing we want in F1, because some people like crashes and collisions with like side by side and all that drama and all that. Me personally, I do like a bit of collisions at the start and middle of the races. Generally, like overall, the race needs some collision to make it like exciting for the safety car to come out and set the race again, because I love seeing all the unpredictabilities at the start of races and during the races, of course. And yeah, the only problem is the the cars are so like, not, I don't want to say tightly packed, but they're so spaced out in some parts of races, and fingers crossed we get some this year, but more collisions is what we'll get from the new owners, I hope. So bring on number 2. Getting close now. Number 2. The pinnacle of F1 is lacking in ways that can't be done quickly. I mean, this season is phenomenal because the safety car will be doing a few laps, like when it's heavy rain, they'll do a few laps with all the cars as normal, and yeah, then afterwards the safety car will go into the pits, but there's a change. The cars will line up on the grid again as they were, and then do a standing start in the wet weather. Now that is a game changer, and this will improve more crashes, more unpredictability, and more collisions, and more excitement in ways that fans just crave more for. So with that said in mind, next to number 1, and that is, of course, F1, giving fans what they want. And what we want is the most bestest, the most incredible, the most exhilarating, the most unique sport alive. And that's all we want really, and all we want is what we're getting some of it, what we're getting this year, faster, louder, and hopefully not stronger, but, and yeah, so fans of F1, including me, who I have been to numbers of Silverstone since 2004 when Juan Pablo Montoya won the Silverstone race, and yeah, so it's just giving fans what they want really, and thank God we have 3 incredible new investors who want to make F1 the biggest, most bestest sport alive. So thank you guys, and I cannot wait to see what you bring in the future. Thank you all for watching. Smash that like button for the future of F1, and I'll see you next time. Peace!